What's up, guys? Back in today with more Akane-Banashi, this time with episode 4. Probably looking a bit red. Literally just finished playing football, very hot, and as you can see, my nose kind of tends to absorb the sunlight. It's like a solar panel. But yeah, a little bit knackered. But yeah, decent episode last week. Definitely the least eventful so far, I will say, but kind of moving things along, seeing her become I can't remember the name of it, but trying to get to the first level. She done a really good job explaining things through Rakugo to the tourist. Gaijin is it? Dirty foreigners. Done a good job explaining the menu to her. Bo just wanted a beer, I think. So it's quite interesting. If you guys saw this opening and you didn't know what Rakugo was, what do you think this show would be about? It does kind of look like some kind of like battle shonen pillow show. People flying on pillows fighting. But something is a bit weird in that regard, isn't it? Like, so many different styles and like things. I love it. Don't get me wrong, but it really is quite interesting. Like the pixel elements, like they just like there's so many ingredients in here. I kind of love it for that. Cutie. That's really nice. I imagine these are the more fulfilling. And it's all fulfilling, but yeah, this is one of the more fulfilling kind of performances. That would be a massive motivator, wouldn't it? It's really nice. You know what? The opening act might just beat the main event. I can imagine, like the thing I relate that to is like music artists. I think they have like a bunch of people open for them usually. I imagine it would piss you off a little bit if you were like the main event and you just got absolutely like outclassed, and the audience reacted so much more to one of the open acts than you. You have to tailor it to their, yeah. The crowd work. Cool. The macro. Oh, is this actually a thing? To be honest, I don't really know too much about that. That would be very helpful. Yeah, that guy doesn't seem very interested, does he? He was kind of looking away in that other shot. I'm in love. Oh, he actually is. To be honest, it kind of sounds so. I don't never really got too many planes, but you know what? Yeah, that's very true. Actually, I do. Yeah, when I look back, flight attendants do that. He's well into it now. Like I said, I do hope eventually they do they don't have to explain the stories, and we could just like listen to them. They're just along for the ride at this point. Ease them into it a bit rather than starting at 50 miles an hour. She slowly went from like 30 to 35. Yeah. Attentiveness. Brooding. I think so. I don't really know if I agree with that. To be honest, I haven't really got enough to agree with that. I feel like she's been pretty malleable so far. I mean, she's got a style that she learned from her dad, and I get that she might be like that, but from what we've seen, she's been learning things. She's been malleable. She's been like on board to learn different like. And we've seen just here. We saw last episode the attentiveness. I don't really agree with that sentiment. I kind of do in a way that, you know what, the stuff the stuff that we aren't shown she probably was that way, but we didn't actually see any of that, so it's hard to agree with that statement actually. That guy really like is he? Should he be here? He looks well young. He's like 50. Yeah, looks like it went down well. As I said, I do kind of wish we got more. Like I've been saying that every episode. I do wish we got more of the actual Rakugo. Like I'd rather hear the story than hear them explain the story. I think naturally that would just be better, but maybe it'd take too long. I don't know. I mean, still haven't really had like a full performance yet, which is a little disappointing, I would say. As much as I like this show, I just kind of want an episode where we just sit down, just listen to them do Rakugo, even if it's for like 5 or 10 minutes. I probably need to stop mentioning it because, as I said, I've mentioned that every episode, but yeah. Let's see what he can do. Don't think we've seen him yet. I feel like I've heard this one as well. I feel like this one's kind of recognisable as well, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, now but explode. But he's playing it so straight, isn't he? It's interesting. No idea what that word means. Adroit. Never heard that in my life. No, I don't think I have heard this story actually. The setup sounded familiar. Apparently. Again, I can't help but think it is a bit hard to actually keep up with the Rakugo story when it is like split up like this. It's not massively confusing, like it does just mess with the pace of the actual Rakugo storytelling a little bit, I will say. Maybe this works better in like manga format, but as an anime, I do think this does mess with the pacing of the Rakugo storytelling, honestly. Yeah, they're both just so generous. That's really nice of him as well, because I think you could be very selfish. Just look out for yourself, just like work on yourself. But it's nice of him to actually like do. I mean, a couple of the boys didn't want to, but it's quite selfless to actually help her out like this. I think a high percentage of people would just be looking out for themselves and just trying to better themselves and wouldn't really care about the betterment of other people. So he is he's quite a good fit, isn't he? But yeah, like I said, maybe I'm being a bit too negative, but I just can't help but feel like when we get to the actual Rakugo, it's just the pacing of it is not great. I said this before in previous episodes. I imagine that'll get better. There'll probably be less explanation as we go forward, but pretty much the same throughout the whole show so far. It's like a little bit of Rakugo, the personal kind of stuff, a little bit of Rakugo, explain the story, a little bit of Rakugo, explain more like yeah, just keeps getting interrupted. You're interrupted the pace and the flow. They speak so much about the flow and like the going at a certain like speed and such. Yet, unfortunately, this story itself kind of messing with that a little bit. It's a little bit ironic in that regard. For me, anyway. Again, you can free to have your opinions of it as well. Oh dear. No, you don't to yourself. Station. But yeah, decent episode. As I said, like it's annoying me a little bit. Probably just me, probably just a personal thing. But I just like, I said it plenty of times already. It's just like, yeah, just messing with this. Like it's not like you get confused. Like, you know the story. It's pretty simple, but then you start hearing explaining something else, and it's just like you go back to it, and then you're. Yeah, like I like the initial setup with it, like explaining the crowd work, attaining their kind of style and stuff. Like that's a good place to like explain things. But when you get into the actual story, just let it flow, bro. Just like let us, instead of explaining it, just let like. Surely you should like believe your audience is smart enough to get the point of the story without explaining it. Like, oh, this is a story of a guy that just wouldn't listen and. Yeah, it's just like that should come across if we listen to it. I don't need to explain that. Do you think we're stupid? Kind of feels that way a bit. Manju Kawaii. I will say that's probably the one that we got that was the most well paced. The Manju Kawaii from the first episode. But yeah, as I said, must have been really fulfilling performing to a bunch of old people like that. To be honest, that'd be really nice. Nisan instead of Annie-san. Okay, a lot of Japanese honorific stuff there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, decent episode. Decent episode. Again, I really like the parts of the performance we got there were good. And again, was really fulfilling. Really nice seeing all the old people react to that, like all smiley, happy. This guy, that guy was pretty funny, to be honest. I love him. But yeah, really nice seeing the old people like react so nicely to it. His performance was pretty good as well. But as I said, just kind of wish we had a little bit longer with, like, maybe not even longer, just like, yeah, maybe they don't even have to be longer, just like put them together instead of like packing stuff between the stories. Like, yeah, maybe that's a personal preference thing, but I'd certainly like to see that in the future. And I've said in previous episodes I expect that to be the case, but I mean, considering it's been like this every time, I'm not so sure that will be the case, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll see. Do let me know what you guys thought about this episode though in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll catch you guys next week with episode 5.